welcoming Isabella Bernard. Over to you, Isabella.
Thank you so much for the great introduction. Hello, everyone. Can you now see my screen? Can you give me a thumbs up? If you
Yes,
can.
yes, we can see. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. So you already heard, my name is Isabella. I'm the CEO, teacher, and founder of Smartabella Teaching. I just celebrated my 8-year anniversary last week. So 8 years I'm teaching in full time, but I'm actually teaching already for almost 20 years altogether. I'm a language teacher for 6 different languages right now. And I speak some more. The languages I'm teaching are German, English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Portuguese. And I also speak a bit of Indonesian, Dutch, Turkish, and Greek. So this is from the business side. And also, I want to tell you a bit more about me and myself. I lived and studied in 5 different countries, part of my bachelor, part of my master, and also working afterwards in different countries, which made me skilled also in intercultural communication. I also have a training as an intercultural coach, and I can not only help you with the German language if you want to come to Germany, but also very important with the German culture. I'm also trained as a personal and business coach. I'm also working as a yoga teacher. I don't know if we have some more people interested in yoga here, so this is kind of my side hustle. I love books. I read every day, sometimes even in the morning and in the evening, and I organize several book clubs, and I love to go to the gym and I play some music. So this is my hobby. I play some handpan. I don't know if you know the instrument. It looks like a giant UFO. You can jam on it. It's really nice. So this is my hobby. So you know a bit more of what I do apart from languages. Now I would really like to know a bit of you as well. So maybe you can write in the chat, where do you join from today? Which city, which country are you currently in? Let us know so we're not only strangers. Of course, if you want to turn on your camera, I'm always happy to see your faces if you want to. If not, that's okay as well, but let us know in the chat where you are currently joining the meeting from. Which city, maybe also which country. Ah, nice. Some answers coming in. Doha, Qatar, most people from India. Ooh, nice. Also Philippines. Maybe you want to tell us a city in India where you are. Interesting. Let's see. Ah, Kerala, I have a student from there. Very nice. Yes. India, from Telangana. I hope I pronounce it correctly. Thanks. Very interesting. Cool. Muscat as well. So we're really international over here. That's amazing. Really cool. Oman as well. Wow. Okay, now I'm impressed. Many different countries. So now I already told you that I speak 10 languages myself. I know this is a bit crazy. It's not normal. I'm aware of this. But did you know that most people only speak one language, actually? And when you are here and you're listening to me, you told me the city where you're joining from. I think English is not your first language. Maybe it's your second language. So can you write me in the chat, yes, if you speak 2 or maybe even 3 languages? Let me know. You can also write yes, or you can write 2 or 3, or maybe you speak a dialect, maybe you speak even more languages. It's also very interesting for me to see. Oh, 3, 4. Oh, don't say just 2. That's impressive. As I said, the statistic says 70% of the people just speak one language. So if you understand me, this is already very impressive. Another person with 3 languages, 1 language, very good. Nice. So, now that we discussed the languages, do you think that speaking more than 1 language is an advantage? Do you think it's an advantage, or do you think it doesn't matter? What's your opinion? Yes, of course. Yes, yes, big advantage. Yes, it is an advantage. Can't hurt to know more. Yes. Okay, so we all agree. Somebody says no, no languages is not an important thing. Looks like we all agree on this one. That's a good starting point. Very well done. Okay, so we agree on this. Now, do you think it's important to make business in German and maybe move to Europe, move to European country, maybe move to Germany? Do you think it's important to speak a little bit of German when you do this? Because, you know, Germany and Europe in general, we're very international nowadays. You can get a job in English. You will get a job probably in English. But anyway, is it important to speak a bit of German? And if you think it's important, maybe you can also write why. Why could it be important? A must for the society and the workplace. I agree. Society, integration. German is a very important language, especially if someone wants to move. Yes, you have to live, you have to survive in your daily life. Yeah? It's always better to know the language of the soil. Beautiful, beautiful formulation. Yeah, so just to go to the supermarket, yeah, to maybe say hi to your neighbor, this can change your life. So I told you I speak the 10 languages, but I don't speak all of them perfectly. Some, like for example, Greek, is very hard for me to study. Yeah, you know, they have a different alphabet and it's very hard, but still people are always so happy and they light up if I just go to the restaurant and I say, hey, good evening, how are you, in the local language. Yeah. So now that we agreed that German might be important for you, are there any German words you already know? Let me know in the chat, are there any German words you already know, maybe from English, because English uses some German words. So we have a person who says no. I don't agree with you. I think every person knows at least 1 or 2 words. Apotheke. Very good. Apotheke means pharmacy. So Apotheke is a German word and it has an English translation, pharmacy. But we rarely use the words. Airport, on the roads, very good. What about very famous word in German? I write it down in the chat. Autobahn. Do you know what Autobahn is? Can you give me a thumbs up for Autobahn? You have heard this word before? You know what it is? Very famous, no? German Autobahn, the highway where you can drive without speed limit. Very important. Maybe you also heard of the word, English language uses it, Wanderlust. Have you heard of this one? Also international word, yeah? When you want to wander, when you want to go to a different place. You also wrote Guten Morgen. Very good. Guten Morgen means good morning. Excellent. Great, we have one more word. Dankeschön. Dankeschön means thank you. Literally, it means thanks pretty. So a lot of thanks, pretty thanks. Yeah. Schön means beautiful. Very interesting. Good. Do you know how to say no in German already? Morgen, yes, it's true. It's very similar to the Norwegian language. I agree. Yes. So do you know how to say no in German? Very good. So we do have a few words. Yeah? So the person, Sunda, you said you don't know any German word. Now you know nein. Now you know one word. That's amazing. Great. So let's see what else. This is also what I like to do in my lessons, to have a bit of activation. What do I already know, but I'm not aware of it yet? I heard the words, so I don't need to learn them new. They are already stored somewhere in my brain, and we just need to activate the knowledge. Yeah? We can activate knowledge we already have. Maybe we have some passive knowledge. Maybe there are some words that are very similar in English. For example, computer, English, German, same word. I think it's also a very international word. Computer, laptop, yeah, telephone, in German, Telefon, very similar words. So like this, you can go from 0 to 15% of German language knowledge in a few days or in a few minutes even. Yeah, so that's really interesting. So here are a few basic sentences. We want to go through them very quickly. So good morning, we already know the solution. Guten Morgen. It's quite similar, no? Good morning, guten Morgen. So now every one of you is on mute. I don't hear you, but maybe you can just say the word out loud. Guten Morgen, just to give it a try. Let's try all together. 1, 2, 3. Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Good.
Oh, perfect. Some people are saying it with me. Thank you. Yes, amazing. Guten Morgen. Perfect. Another really simple but important sentence. I am. Here we have the example. I am Ivan, or I am Eva as a woman. I am Isabella. Do you have any idea what this could mean in German? Maybe you know some German songs and you heard something in a song, in the radio, you were reading something on Instagram. I am Isabella, or you can say your name. I am Arya. I am Rajesh. How you say this? No idea? I'll show you. Ich bin. Yeah? I am in German is ich bin. So who wants to give it a try and say it? Anyone brave enough to unmute and say ich bin Isabella. Ich bin. Who else do we have? Aaron. Ich bin Aaron.
Ich bin Sundar.
Sehr gut. Sehr gut, Sundar. Sehr gut means very good. Sehr gut.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sehr schön. Ja? Sehr gut. Very good. Nice. Now, I am from India. You can say ich komme aus, or you can repeat what we had before, ich bin. You can say ich bin aus Indien. Ich bin aus Katar. Ich bin aus Muscat.
Ich bin aus Oman.
Perfekt. Ich bin aus Oman. Sehr schön. Good. Now I have a very complicated sentence for you. Just an example. I have 3 years of experience in software. And again, you see, ich stays the same, have, Habe, also only one letter changes. Yeah? 3 years, 3 Jahre. Experience, also German word starts with an E as well. Erfahrung mit Software. Software, the word is exactly the same. So you see, very long sentence, no easy words, but still you can recognize it somehow. Yeah? And you know the different levels. This is already the intermediate level. Yeah. So one thing that I like to do in my language lessons is use a trick of the brain. So I also studied language theory, learning theory, and there's a really important thing about the brain. Your brain doesn't care about the amount of information. The brain stores the information in so-called chunks, so pieces or groups of information. So for your brain, it's not a big difference if you just learn one word or one sentence, because it's a new information for the brain. So instead of learning just one word, you can directly learn one sentence. Pretty amazing, huh? So this is something, no matter if you want to study German or not, you can use from now on for any language or any skill you want to acquire. Keep in mind, the brain learns in pieces of information. So you can group information together. This is also what we will do in our lessons. Okay, this is just a few examples. I would also like to review with you again the last thing that also we had in the presentation. Why should you study German? So there are a few arguments that were already mentioned. I think there are really a lot of great career opportunities in general in Germany, and also with global companies. You know that many IT companies, but also car manufacturing and other industries all over the world, where it's always nice to know at least a bit of German, to be able to have small talk and to be able to make a great first impression. You also can have access to the top universities in Germany, which have a really great reputation for you, also if you don't want to live in Germany in the long run. So it's good for your CV. In Germany, we have a strong business and innovation hub. Startups, like also in the US, are very common to have in Germany. So it's a great place if you want to innovate, if you want to meet other people who you can innovate or even found maybe your own company with. And as I mentioned, language learning gives you a cognitive advantage and a competitive advantage. It helps you with other skills in your life, it trains your brain, and is good for memory in general. So this is just a general argument for German, and now you might ask, why should you study German with me? So I'm really a practical person. I want to give my students quick results. Of course, you need to study on your own, but for me, it's also important that you also use the language. You understand why you have to speak the language, not just have it as a theory or a concept in your head, but actually speak it. I'm also a fan of a clear structure, so you can actually make progress quickly, study effectively. For me, it's also very important to learn grammar or difficult concepts with a bit of higher energy, with fun and a lot of motivation. So you will have a nice mixture between the structure on the one hand and the engaging style on the other hand. Also, I told you I have a unique expertise. I speak many languages myself, and I also combine it with a coaching mindset. I'm studied in international business, so I know the business aspects, the coaching aspects, and the language learning aspects. If you have interest in studying German language online, we also try to always personalize the languages, which means they are tailored to you, to your goals, to your pace, and we will have small groups of maximum 5 people. So it will be really nice for you. You will get a lot of exposure. You actually have to speak. Okay. And the last thing, what I would want to give you an overview of, we thought about having a more or less 1 month course. You will have 1 to 3 weekly lessons in a small group of maximum 5 people. You will get also homework and a guided self-study. So you also have to put in on the work on your own part. And within the lessons, we will speak, we will talk, we will focus on the pronunciation, and of course you will have the time and the opportunity to ask all the questions about the words, about the culture, or anything else that you might have. I created some so-called cheat sheets that summarize all the essential points you need to know about the German language. So to show you this very shortly, I opened them here. You always have the translation, different ways of saying hello. Germany is not a very big country, but we have different regions where it's like different salutations you use at the beginning and at the end. We start very easy, different ways of saying hello, different ways of saying goodbye, and each cheat sheet, each lesson, it gets more and more difficult. Different ways of asking for the name, answering, talking about the weather, ordering something in a restaurant, all the basic small talk topics you need to know, all summed up. You can print it out if you want to and take it along if needed. So this is what we will do for you in the first lessons in a very interactive approach. Yes, and if you're interested, you can find more information on the website. This is it from my part. Of course, we will have some time for a short Q&A session as well now. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to. I have 103,000 followers. Free stuff for you, so you can study on your own if you're interested. You can check out my website, write me an email, whatever you want. And now I'm open for your questions.